Okay guys, today we're going to be doing a video on this sick 1986 F350 Ford. This is a diesel truck. It has a 7.3 in it currently that was swapped. It has an 8-foot bed. It's a full crew cab. These things are really rare. It's known as like the bulldozer generation, and this is my favorite generation of Ford truck possibly. I think it's the best one. It's a really good value. So we're going to do just a quick exterior walk around. This is my family's truck. It's named Shrek for the color. And it's big and it's loud. It's pretty cool. We used to always get like the family Christmas tree and stuff, and we get like all 5 of us in there in the front row, and it'd sit 3 people. So yeah, on the exterior, the truck is repainted. It used to be red. My dad bought it when it was green like this, but the previous owner, it was red. So it was red on red, which is an interesting choice, but it was the 80s, so not surprising. But yeah, the body's kind of banged up. You guys see a big old scratch right here, all dented along this bed. It has a plastic bed liner, if you guys want to show. And you guys can see this tailgate is pretty beat up, but it's a work truck to us, like a farm truck. Do chores, run to the dump. Literally just ran to the dump. You can see it's a brand new tailgate. But yeah, this is an 8-foot bed. It's really handy because you can put, this is a full 4x8 sheet of plywood in the back right now. OBS or whatever, OSB or whatever the fuck. But yeah, I like this bed liner a lot actually. It's a plastic one. This is a Ford OEM one. I don't know if this came in the truck when it was brand new or somebody put it in. But the story goes, my dad bought this at a garage sale for $5,000 in 2001 or 5 or I don't know. Anyways, we've had the truck for like 15 or 20 years now. And that's a pretty good deal. And it, the interesting thing is we'll get to the front and we'll talk about the powertrain swap and whatnot. But yeah, you can see it actually has two gas tanks, I think, or diesel tanks. I think they're each 11 gallons. One of them leaks, so I think we only filled that one up. And it's all in bags in the back if you want to show. It's on airbags. It's really nice for putting big loads in the back. So you can put pretty heavy loads. We've put quite a bit of rock in here. I think 1.5 yards of gravel. And one of the bags leaks. That bag leaks on that side a little bit, but it's a super awesome truck for doing stuff like that. My dad calls it a county truck because we kind of only drive it in this county. It's not very highway worthy, and we'll talk about why. But these tires, I think, have been on it the entire lifetime I've been alive, but they still look good. The truck is, I'm pretty sure, I think it's like lifted or something. I don't know. But these are definitely bigger tires than stock. I think that's the only real modification. It has bird shit on it right there. And these are aftermarket, whatever. I don't use them. I'm too tall for that. Cameron uses them though. No. And we'll move to the front here. It's just an Or right now. It's not a Ford, as you guys can see. Missing the F and the D. So this is a front bull bar, by the way. This is not stock. It usually just, this is the actual stock grill. This is aftermarket. So the truck, it has some nice accessories on it and stuff. So that's kind of the main exterior gist of the truck. I think it looks pretty great, even with like paint's crackling right here and everything. Yeah, I don't even know if the radio works anymore inside. But we'll talk about the powertrain swap now. So this has a 7.3 in it, and this originally came with the 6.9 IDI. This is the IDI motor. It's not a turbo motor or anything. Let's see if I remember how to open the hood. I don't drive this thing at all. Did it pop? There we go. Pretty loud hood release. But it's a huge truck. It is kind of funny looking at like modern F-150s and stuff and seeing that like new half-ton trucks are like the same size as the 1-ton trucks. But they all have like tiny beds. I don't remember. Where the hell this? Oh yeah, okay, it's right there. Jesus Christ. Is that right? Oh, yeah, I gotta push it down and then. Good thing is it doesn't even use it holds like the old style spring struts, so you don't have to use prop rod or anything. So this is not stock at all. This is actually out of a 92 F250. This is a 7.3. This one, because there was different ones, this one's the 185 horsepower Model 1, brake horsepower, it says right there. So yeah, this is a 7.3, like I said, out of a 92 F250. I think it says on this side, pretty cool. You want to give it to me, Cameron? And we'll show kind of a cool thing right there. Right there, 92 F250 four-wheel drive. Pretty neat. This truck is a four-wheel drive, by the way. And it also has a 4-speed in it. So I don't know if that was stock or whatever. I don't know what transmission exactly, if this is stock transmission, because the 6.9 I know has a 5-speed because it's a 5-speed shifter. So if you're trying to drive this truck and you're like, oh, it has no 5th gear, that's why. So yeah, it actually has a 5-speed shifter. We'll show you on the inside. Pretty cool though. Right now the truck, the brakes are absolutely shot. Cameron was just riding in it with us. We went to the dump, and yeah, it was a little scary. Kind of doesn't really stop. You can see the brake booster over there is really rusty. I think it just needs a brake flush or something. The brake fluid's really nasty. But this is a really awesome truck. One of the best truck motors ever made. 7.3 Ford diesel. It's really cool. So, oh Jesus Christ! Gotta slam it down a little bit. So we'll just go on the inside right now. So just keep in mind this is like an 80s interior. So it's red. It's also dirty. The truck says 127,000 miles on it. I don't know how true that is. I think it has way more. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to drive it at all because the clutch is like literally on its very last legs. I'll show the dash and everything on the inside.
That's 12,000 miles. Not 100, sorry.
Oh, I mean, my bad. 12,000 miles. So yeah, it's rolled over at least once for sure. Probably 2 or 3 times. I'm guessing the 6.9 blew up, and that's why they swapped it. But you guys can see it doesn't even have a tachometer, so that's awesome. This is an XLT trim model, by the way. I think the highest, I don't know what the highest one is, something one higher. I think you could get a tack or clock in this middle one, so this is literally just a starburst for no reason. But it's a pretty cool, this is pretty similar to OBS next generation interior if you've been on inside of one. It's not the exact same, but yeah, this is kind of the standard bullnose interior. The dash is cracked over there and stuff, and it's all red, and glove box works and everything. But the heater, and you guys will see, there's a 5-speed shifter. It also has the 4-wheel drive shifter on there, and then you have some simple horn buttons. Thing actually works totally fine. Everything works in here as far as like blinkers and brake light, and the clock works and everything. So crank windows work. I like the door handles a lot, mechanical door handles. And you also have, I'll just show you guys, it has the old style, how do you do this again? This one doesn't work too well. That one works. Anyways, it has the little quarter window that folds out. This one's stuck. I just used that one earlier. And then it has this super crappy little sun visor. But you guys can see it has all this cool, look right there, 6.9 diesel. That's how you know that it's swapped. So pretty interesting. And then this is the 4-wheel drive procedure, because this is not an auto, like on the fly 4-wheel drive. It's a old hub locker. I feel like they started, maybe, I don't know. I think they started doing the on the fly like 4-wheel drive in the next gen, like OBS, like later ones. But maybe in the later ones, because that was like 1998 or whatever that they ended that run. I don't know. If you guys know about Ford trucks more than me, this is the only one I've ever been around. So yeah, you can see locking hubs all the way around. Pretty cool though. Back seat, we'll just show you guys real quick. It just has a bunch of junk in it, but this one's locked. Oh no, it's not locked. What the fuck? It's all manual locks everywhere. Oh, there we go. And if you notice, like the locks are like different, so the locks have definitely been replaced, because that one's silver and that one's black. It's pretty cool. It has the seat belts on the ground. We basically use this as a storage area. There's tools, parts, and whatnot, tarps and stuff. So yeah, the longest, we used to carry a camper on the back of this sometimes, a little bed camper. That's probably the longest trip I ever remember in this truck. But yeah, it's a great truck for running dump runs like we just did, or going and getting bark or whatever. So it's a really good work truck. Fuel economy, I'm not really sure how great it is. I know it's not a crazy gas guzzler, but it's pretty slow. And when I say crazy gas guzzler, I mean like not the same as like if you had like a 800 horsepower like turbo thing. Like, this is gonna get better fuel economy, but I'm still thinking it's like low teens, maybe 11 or something. So as far as like, if you're actually thinking of buying one of these trucks and you want to know more about the specs, it is, like I said, it's 4-wheel drive. It is disc brakes in the front, drums in the back, and then it has a transfer case in the middle, like, so you can shift the 4-wheel drive like low, 2-wheel and everything, and just leaf springs all the way around. I think they started doing some different suspension stuff with like the F-150s during this generation. I'm not completely sure, but yeah, it's a really great truck. The F-150s are pretty common, and you can get them for like, I see them for like $5 grand and stuff, like working. So these ones though, I have yet to see. Most of these do have a 6.9, so this one's like with a 7.3 is a bit different, and it's not stock, like I said. But I have literally yet to see like more than one of these on Facebook Marketplace. This exact like 8-foot bed, crew cab, like full crew cab. There's a lot of extended cab ones, and there's a lot of these with big gas motor, like 460s and 390s and stuff, like bigger gas motors. So I think it's a super cool truck, and yeah, it's probably my favorite truck generation out of the Ford. So yeah, if you guys liked this video and enjoyed checking out my family's truck, the work truck Shrek, please subscribe, and we'll probably have another video, maybe working on this truck in the future, maybe working on the brakes or whatever, maybe doing an oil change. It needs some work. I mean, it always needs work. It's a Ford. But yeah, please subscribe and check out our other videos. Thank you.